This is Terry Escobar at Santa Clara University, and you are watching Excel using the filter feature. In this workbook, we have a worksheet called Filter. Let's take a close look at this data set. I'm going to use the hotkey Control down arrow to see that I'm stopping on a blank row 16. I'm going to do Control down arrow a second time. I'm stopping at 40 and skipping 41, Control down arrow. So this is a problematic data set. This data set has blank rows in it and will not work. Excel will not recognize any data below that first blank row. It would stop from A1 to F15. How do we fix that? We do have to highlight all the data. So I'm holding down Shift and selecting F53, and I'm going to go to my Home ribbon, Sort and Filter, and I'll just do an A to Z sort on column A. So now I can see if I scroll down, my two blanks have filtered to the bottom, or sorted to the bottom. Now this is a data set I can work with. Our data goes from A1 to F51. Let's turn on the filter feature. I'm going to go up to the editing group, sort and filter, and choose filter. Filter puts little arrows on each of the row header names, or what we can start calling fields. If I just want to see data that is for Smith, I can uncheck all and check Smith. Now this is Smith's records. If I want to see all of Smith's records and Hayes's records, I can check them both and say OK. So now we have all of Hayes's records as well as Smith's. And we get a visual cue that name is filtered. Now perhaps I just want to see all of Hayes and Smith's data if they've spent over $100. So I'm going to click on the drop down for amount, and then when we get to amounts we see that this would be an almost impossible task to check and uncheck all the values over $100. That's why we're going to use the number filter, which has operators like greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to. So we said we want all the things that are greater than $100 in this column. So for amount, we see all the things that are more than $100. Okay. 3 of them were purchased by Hayes and 1 of them was purchased by Smith. I can save this file and pass it on to someone else. They would see that I have the filter turned on. Okay. What I cannot do is I cannot do some kind of summation here. So if I just wanted to know how many times Hayes and Smith spent more than $100, I could do an equals count, open parentheses, and select F16 through F39. It says I have 24 items here, and clearly that's incorrect. I have 4 items. So we see where filter falls short in Excel in functionality is that it cannot give you summative data. It will always include the hidden rows, or the ones that are being filtered out of the data set. So this is incorrect. I'm going to hit delete. But if I just need a quick glance and I just need to filter data, this is a nice, easy tool to use. Because I'm done, I'm going to go back up to Sort and Filter and clear my filters. Now I'm ready to ask another question of the data. If I want to get rid of filters altogether, I need to remove them by toggling them off. So the same action that turned on filter turns it off. One click, and now we have no filters turned on. Thank you for watching Excel, filtering data.